done yet. I was talking with the state forensic anthropologist, and she was telling me that some really important research needs to be done here in the Pacific Northwest because of our very different climates, right? We've got the coastal climate, then we've got this Yamhill, Willamette Valley area, and then we've got Eastern Oregon, right? Some very disparate places that you can't just use the same reference data for all because the decomposition rates are going to be different.
We try to come out like every week to do like pictures and to empty out the trail cam, but with the holiday and stuff, it's been a little hard to be regular. So we have the high and the low for the day, and then humidity, and like if it's raining, if it's windy, snowing, stuff like that.
I usually open up the top here to get some pictures, so we're trying to document any changes, things we see. We also have a little measurement stick in here to give a perspective that's consistent. We used it with like our other animal. One interesting thing is with the colder weather right now recently, it's been a slower process of decomposition. It really slows things down.
The rate of decomposition itself, or the stages of decomposition, are already known, right? They don't change, across the board. What changes are things like temperature and humidity and barometric pressure, right? All of those individual localized elements of the climate are changing, and so each one of those, particularly temperature and humidity to a degree, have a big impact on how fast insects and other animals can get to the remains.
Hi there, today is January 31st and we are here on another pig adventure checking on our experiment. He's got some exposed fascia going on.
Yeah, so the skin slippage is now on his whole abdomen and groin. He smells.
Ooh, yeah, it's quite pungent.
There's like, do you see the orange rash? Like, I don't even know, bumps?
Yeah, that was sort of starting last time. I think it might be mold, or
yeah, like a fungal.
It's some sort of, I think it's actually a bacteria. And I'm wondering if it's Serratia, because Serratia turns orange like that. It's like what you see in like moist environments like showers.
I was gonna say it's probably because of the
So I just finished the micro class with Jeremy Wise in the bio department, and one of our projects in that class is to pick an environmental unknown and basically subculture it down to actually identify the organisms within a sample. And so you swab a surface, and the caveat is that it has to be an external surface and not something that's like in an orifice or something into a body of something that's living.
You don't want it to be pathogenic.
We're not trying to get pathogens, but
That's the point.
But
It could be fun.
It is on his surface, and it would be a cool project to kind of complement our, looking at the environment and body decomposition. So. Yeah, just the surface. We did 3 locations across like the groin, axillary, and sort of midsection region. And we took control samples as well, sort of adjacent to the site of that orange biofilm. But these plates specifically are all plates from the biofilm sites that had that orange growing. So I had no idea going into this if anything would grow. If it was even like going to be, significant bacterial colonies. However, we got a plethora of bacteria, as well as this orange color that's very distinct to the color that was on his back and body. And it's growing, like I mentioned, in all 3 different plates, and these are from 3 different sites on the body.
decomposition itself, or the stages of decomposition, are already known, right? They don't change, across the board. What changes are things like temperature and humidity and barometric pressure, right? All of those individual localized elements of the climate are changing, and so each one of those, particularly temperature and humidity to a degree, have a big impact on how fast insects and other animals can get to the remains. So what we'll do with that is then we can go back when we find a person, we can go back and say, oh, based upon our previous studies, we can say they've been here this length of time. And so it would narrow down the possible ID.
You're on day 94. Yep. He's still not quite as... He's not exploding yet. Which is still kind of what we're waiting for. And there's a little bit of areas on his abdomen where the tissue is starting to like split open. You can see down like all the layers of fat. Mm-hmm. But it hasn't grown very much.
His smell isn't going as far anymore. It was like
a lot more ice.
Ooh, and maggots. They're on his neck.
Yeah. There's a lot in the like armpit. Mm-hmm. All of those little, that's all just eggs under his chin.
Mm-hmm. It's because the majority of the inside of it is already decayed because the bacteria in the gut has done a lot of it. So once it bursts, it has more surface area.